A baby shark's adventure under the sea. Somewhere in the vast expanse of the deep blue ocean, there lived a baby shark named Ella. Ella was a curious and adventurous little shark, always swimming alongside her loving mother, Lola. They were part of a tight-knit family of sharks that roamed the ocean together, seeking food and safety in their underwater world. One sunny day, while swimming near a beautiful coral reef, Ella and Lola encountered a fierce and territorial shark named Scar, who ruled over that part of the ocean. Scar was known for being aggressive and feared by many sea creatures. Unfortunately, Lola got too close to Scar's territory, and without warning, he launched a brutal attack on her. Ella watched in horror as her mother fought bravely to defend herself, but the powerful Scar proved to be too much. In the chaos of the attack, Ella was separated from her mother. She was scared and alone, not knowing where to go or what to do. The ocean felt much larger and scarier than it ever had before. She swam in circles, desperately searching for any familiar scent or signs of her family, but they were nowhere to be found. Days turned into nights, and Ella's tiny heart was heavy with sadness and loneliness. She encountered various sea creatures during her journey, but she was too afraid to approach them, fearing they might be as dangerous as Scar. She missed her mother's guidance and protection more than ever. As Ella continued to swim aimlessly, she came across a young sea turtle named Bruno. Bruno had seen many things in his life and was known for his kindness among the sea creatures. Upon seeing the lost and frightened baby shark, Bruno understood the gravity of her situation and decided to help her. With a glimmer of hope, Ella accepted the kind turtle's offer and followed him. Bruno taught her valuable lessons about navigating ocean currents, finding food, and avoiding dangerous creatures. One day, as Ella and Bruno explored a colorful coral reef, they spotted a group of sharks swimming in the distance. Ella's heart leaped with excitement and hope. She thought she recognized their shapes. As they swam closer, Ella's eyes widened as she recognized it was her family. Overjoyed and very excited, Ella swam toward her family. Lola, who had survived the attack, was so happy to see her baby shark safe and sound. They all thanked Bruno for his kindness and help in reuniting them. Since that day, Ella never forgot the lessons she learned during her time with Bruno. She grew stronger and wiser and always remained grateful for the friendships that helped her find her way home. The story of Ella, the baby shark, and her loving family, along with the friendly and caring Bruno, became a beloved legend among the sea creatures of the deep blue ocean. A tale of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family that continued to inspire and touch the hearts of many for generations to come. Once upon a time, in a lush and vibrant jungle, two little brown monkeys named Ben and Mikey were having the time of their lives. They were best friends, and their favorite place to play was a sturdy tree branch that stretched out over the riverbank. This tree branch provided the perfect vantage point to watch the shimmering water flow gently by and the colorful birds that perched on nearby branches. On a warm, sunny morning, the mischievous duo had decided to spend the day on their favorite tree branch, swinging, chattering, and enjoying the view of the river below. Ben was the more cautious of the two, while Mikey was known for his fearless spirit and insatiable curiosity. This contrast in their personalities often led to exciting adventures. As Ben and Mikey swung from branch to branch, laughter echoed through the jungle. The two friends playfully teased each other, with Ben reminding Mikey to be careful while Mikey daringly explored every crevice of their arboreal playground. But as Mikey ventured further along the branch, the unexpected happened. A loud crack echoed through the air, and before Ben could react, the branch gave way, and Mikey plummeted into the river below with a startled cry. Ben's heart sank as he watched his friend splash into the water. He rushed to the edge of the tree branch, calling out for Mikey. Panic welled up inside him as he saw Mikey struggling to stay afloat in the swirling river. Unknown to Ben and Mikey, a group of hungry crocodiles had been lurking beneath the water's surface, patiently waiting for an opportunity. They were drawn to the commotion caused by Mikey's fall and were ready to pounce on their unexpected snack. Ben knew he had to act fast to save his friend. His small size and lack of strength made it impossible for him to rescue Mikey from the river. Frantic and desperate, he looked around and spotted a big, wise old monkey perched in a nearby tree. "Help! Help!" Ben cried out, his voice trembling with fear. "Mikey is in the river, and there are crocodiles. Please, you have to help us." The big monkey, with a kind and concerned expression, quickly swung over to the scene. Without hesitation, he reached down, extended his strong arms, and with great effort, plucked Mikey out of the water just in time. Mikey clung to the big monkey's fur, trembling and scared. Ben's heart was filled with relief as he watched his friend being saved from the jaws of danger. He thanked the big monkey profusely for his heroic act. The wise monkey smiled and said, "We must always look out for our friends in times of need. Remember, you are never alone in this jungle, Ben. We are a community, and we support one another." With the help of the big monkey, Ben and Mikey returned safely to their tree branch. They spent the rest of the day playing together, now with a newfound sense of gratitude for their friendship and the support of their jungle community. Ben and Mikey learned that in times of trouble, they could always rely on the kindness and strength of those around them, making their bond as friends even stronger than before.
Thus, the bumblebee's adventure. In the peaceful meadow of Sunflower Grove, there lived a little bumblebee named Buzz. Buzz was a curious and adventurous bee who loved exploring the vibrant colors of the meadow, buzzing from one bloom to another. One bright morning, Buzz set out on his daily journey. He hopped from flower to flower, sipping nectar and spreading pollen, feeling the joy of helping to create the beauty of the meadow. But he did not realize he had become lost in an unfamiliar part of the meadow. Buzz became upset as he couldn't find his way back. Every flower and plant seemed unfamiliar to him. He started to panic and began to buzz anxiously, hoping someone would hear his distress call, not knowing that a bird named Whisk heard his call. Whisk, perched high on a branch of a nearby tree, had been searching for a meal, and the sound of Buzz's buzzing caught his interest. He followed the sound until he spotted the little bumblebee panicking helplessly amidst the sea of flowers. His eyes gleamed with hunger. Buzz, still unaware of the danger looming above him, continued to flutter about, searching for a way back home. Whisk saw his opportunity. He swooped down with incredible speed, his claws outstretched to snatch the little bee from midair. Just as Whisk's claws were about to close around Buzz, a sudden gust of wind blew through the meadow, altering the course of the chase. Buzz swerved to the side, narrowly escaping the bird's clutches. Finally, Buzz spotted a familiar patch of sunflowers in the distance. With his last bit of strength, he flew with all his might, praying he could make it back to safety. Whisk was relentless, still chasing him, but eventually gave up. Buzz's heart still pounded with fear, but he knew he had escaped a terrible fate. From then on, Buzz never strayed too far from home again. He learned that sometimes the best adventures were the ones closest to his heart, within the beauty of Sunflower Grove. Please subscribe to our channel, Storytelling Adventures for Kids, for more videos. Luna, the lost butterfly. In a big forest there were some special bugs called fireflies. They had lights on their tummies that glowed like tiny lanterns. They would gather to make the forest sparkle with their beautiful lights every night. One night, a little butterfly named Luna got lost in the big forest. She couldn't find her way back home to her butterfly friends. She felt scared and didn't know what to do. But the clever fireflies saw Luna and wanted to help her. They huddled together and formed a glowing path for her to follow. They looked like a twinkling arrow in the sky. Luna saw their sparkling lights and started to follow them. As Luna followed the fireflies, she felt happier and safer. The fireflies led her around bushes and over tiny streams, ensuring she wasn't hurt. They were like her guiding stars in the night. Finally, Luna saw a familiar meadow ahead. She saw her butterfly friends waiting for her. Luna was so happy, and her heart felt warm with joy. She thanked the kind fireflies for their help. The fireflies were happy too. They flew back to their glowing spot, knowing they had made a new friend and helped her find her way home. From that night on, whenever someone felt lost or scared in the forest, they would look up and see the fireflies' shining lights. It reminded them that there are always friends to help them and show them the way back home. And so, the fireflies' magical lights continued to bring joy and comfort to all the forest creatures, making their home a wonderful and happy place. Please subscribe to our channel, Storytelling Adventures for Kids, for more videos.
A Tale of an Ugly Caterpillar. In a forest far away, there lived a caterpillar named Claire. She was not like any other caterpillar. She has a dark and bright yellow pattern covering her body. While all the other caterpillars had vibrant colors and friendly appearances, Claire's appearance made her stand out from the rest. From the moment she hatched from her tiny egg, the other caterpillars teased her because she was different. One day, as Claire was crawling through the forest, she came across a wise old butterfly named Bella. Bella was known for her kindness and wisdom, and she could see the sadness in Claire's eyes. As the days turned to weeks, something remarkable began to happen. Claire noticed that her body was changing. A soft, delicate cocoon formed around her, and she knew that her transformation had begun. Finally, the day arrived when Claire emerged from the cocoon. She unfurled her wings, revealing a beautiful sight. Her wings were adorned with vivid colors and intricate patterns, radiating beauty and grace. The other creatures in the forest were amazed when they saw Claire. They couldn't believe their eyes, as she had transformed into the most stunning butterfly they had ever seen. As Claire soared through the sky, she caught a glimpse of Bella, who had been watching over her all along. With gratitude and joy, she thanked Bella for her kind and wise words. Bella smiled at Claire, her eyes full of pride. "You were always extraordinary, my dear. You just needed to believe in yourself," she replied. From that day forward, Claire embraced her new identity as a beautiful butterfly. Her story spread throughout the forest, inspiring others to embrace their uniqueness and see the beauty that lies within. And so, the once ugly caterpillar, now known as the magnificent Claire, continued to grace the forest with her presence, reminding everyone that true beauty comes from embracing one's true self. Please subscribe to our channel, Storytelling Adventures for Kids, for more videos. A dragonfly's adventure. In a meadow far away, there lived a dragonfly named Nathan. Nathan was known for his vibrant emerald wings and his friendly attitude. He was the fastest flyer in the land. He loves to explore the surrounding in the beautiful pond. One lazy afternoon, as Nathan was zipping through the sky, he noticed a grasshopper named Charlie sitting by the edge of a shimmering pond. The usually cheerful grasshopper looked distraught, and Nathan could sense that something was wrong. Concerned, he fluttered down to investigate. Charlie accidentally fell into the pond. He can't swim and was afraid he will drown. Without hesitation, Nathan landed on a nearby lily pad and stretched out his long, slender legs to help the grasshopper get out of the water. Nathan carefully extended his legs towards Charlie, who gratefully clung on. Slowly and steadily, Nathan lifted the grasshopper out of the water and back onto the safety of the lily pad. "You are my hero, Nathan. I don't know how to repay you," Charlie said, his voice filled with gratitude. Nathan smiled, his emerald eyes sparkling. "No need for repayment, Charlie. Helping a friend in need is reward enough for me." Nathan and Charlie became inseparable friends from then on. They spent their days exploring the meadow together. Their adventures brought joy to the meadow's inhabitants, and they soon became a beloved pair, admired for their loyalty and courage. Their story spread far and wide, inspiring other creatures to look out for one another and help each other when needed. And so, the dragonfly named Nathan and the grasshopper named Charlie continued to brighten the meadow with their friendship, reminding everyone that even the tiniest acts of kindness could make a world of difference. Please subscribe to our channel Storytelling Adventures for Kids for more videos.
The Mermaid and the Dolphin. In the depths of the vast ocean, there lived a little mermaid named Mindy. With her shimmering aquamarine tail and sparkling green eyes, Mindy was a curious and adventurous creature. She loved exploring the underwater world, discovering hidden caves, and playing with her friends among the colorful coral reefs. One sunny morning, as Mindy swam near the surface, she noticed something peculiar glimmering in the distance. As she drew closer, her heart sank. It was a fishing net, drifting aimlessly in the water, posing a grave danger to any unsuspecting sea creatures. Fearful for the safety of her friends, Mindy tried to warn them about the perilous trap, but they were too engrossed in their games to notice her frantic gestures. Acting quickly, Mindy decided to take matters into her own hands and carefully swam toward the fishing net, hoping to push it away from her home and friends. However, her efforts were in vain, and the net became tangled around her delicate tail, leaving her trapped and unable to swim free. Panic surged through Mindy as she struggled to break free, but the net's grip only tightened with each attempt. As she despaired, a friendly dolphin named Finny happened to be passing by. Recognizing Mindy's distress, Finny gracefully swam to help. Using his strong snout and powerful fins, Finny carefully worked to untangle the fishing net from around Mindy's tail. With every gentle tug and precise movement, the net gradually loosened its grip. Mindy looked up at Finny and thanked him for helping her. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Finny succeeded in freeing Mindy from the clutches of the fishing net. Mindy swam a few circles, testing her newfound freedom, and thanked Finny for saving her. Mindy and Finny swam together, spreading the word to the other sea creatures about the hazardous nets and how to avoid them. They also taught their friends how to release trapped animals if they ever came across similar situations. From that day on, Mindy and Finny became inseparable friends, exploring the ocean depths side by side. They formed an unbreakable bond, a symbol of the enduring power of friendship and the importance of looking out for one another. And so, as the sun sets below the horizon, Mindy and Finny swam into the twilight, knowing that whatever challenges may come, they would always have each other to rely on, and their ocean home would forever be a sanctuary of love, compassion, and unity. Please subscribe to our channel Storytelling Adventures for Kids for more videos.
A ladybug's garden adventure. In a vibrant garden, there lived a ladybug named Leela. Leela was a curious and adventurous ladybug, but her mother would often warn her about the dangers that lurk beyond the garden's boundaries. One sunny morning, the garden was abuzz with activity as bees buzzed and butterflies danced among the flowers. Leela couldn't resist the beauty of the surrounding. With determination, she set off on her grand adventure. Her first stop was a towering sunflower. The golden petals seemed to touch the sky, and Leela was thrilled to climb up its massive stalk. From the top, she could see the entire garden stretched out before her. It was an amazing sight, and she felt a sense of freedom. Determined to continue her journey, Leela soon found herself in the middle of a cluster of roses. Their sweet fragrance filled the air as she marveled at their beauty. However, just as she was about to fly off to her next destination, a raindrop fell from the sky and landed with a splash right next to her. Leela realized that she had no idea how dangerous the world outside her garden could be. As she waited for the rain to pass, she noticed a line of industrious ants marching past her. They were carrying food and working together as a team. Her adventure had opened her eyes to the vastness of the world and the importance of appreciating her home. Leela remained curious and adventurous, but she also learned to cherish the safety and comfort of her beloved garden. And so, the little ladybug continued to explore, making friends with bees, butterflies, and other creatures in the garden. Whenever she looked up at the sky, she knew that beyond the horizon, endless possibilities were waiting for her. But for now, she was content being a little ladybug in her big, beautiful garden. Please subscribe to our channel Storytelling Adventures for Kids for more videos.
Kitty the cat's adventure in the park. In the charming little town of Sunnyvale lived a tiny cat named Kitty, who was adored by everyone who knew her. Kitty's favorite place was the lovely park nearby, where she loved to chase after butterflies and birds. One sunny morning, Kitty woke up feeling excited. She planned to go to the park and play with her friends. As she made her way there, beautiful butterflies were flying in the meadow. Kitty decided to play chase with them. Then a little bird caught her eye. The bird's colorful feathers and sweet melody filled Kitty with excitement, and without a second thought, she dashed after it, giggling as she went. The little bird led Kitty on a merry chase through the park and through the trees. Kitty was having so much fun as she lost track of where she was going and suddenly found herself in an unfamiliar part of the park. Suddenly she felt scared as she realized she was lost. Trying to remain brave, Kitty climbed a nearby tree to see where she is in the park. However, as she reached the top, she became frightened and realized she didn't know how to get back down. Kitty called out for help with a loud meow, hoping someone would hear her. But the park was vast, and her tiny voice seemed to get lost in the rustling leaves. Feeling trapped and alone, Kitty curled up on a sturdy branch crying. Just when she thought there was no hope, a group of children playing nearby caught sight of her. They noticed the little cat stuck high up in the tree, and their hearts filled with sympathy for Kitty. One of the children ran to get help. A kind gentleman quickly arrived at the scene with a tall ladder. He carefully climbed the tree up to reach Kitty. With a smile, he carried her safely back down the ladder, much to the relief of the children who had gathered around to watch. Since then, Kitty never wandered far from the familiar parts of the park, but she continued to enjoy her playful adventures, this time with her newfound friends by her side. Kitty always sees the children in the park and she loves to play with them. And so, the little cat named Kitty discovered the beauty of friendship and the kindness of those who came to help her when she needed it most. From then on, she treasured her time in the park even more, cherishing the memories she made and the friends she found along the way. Please subscribe to our channel, Storytelling Adventures for Kids, for more videos.
The Country Mouse and His City Friend. Once upon a time, a mouse named Matt lived in a beautiful village. Matt was a content and simple mouse who had spent his entire life in the peaceful countryside. He lived in a cozy burrow under a towering oak tree, where he had plenty of delicious grains and fresh berries to feast upon. One bright and sunny morning, as Matt was enjoying his breakfast, he heard a faint tapping at his burrow's entrance. Curious, he scampered over to see who could be visiting him so early in the day. To his surprise, a stylish and well-groomed mouse named Vincent stood there, dressed in elegant attire.
Good day, my dear friend. I am Vincent, the city mouse. And I've heard tales of your delightful village and its charming simplicity. I thought I'd visit you and share some of my city delights with you.
Matt, though taken aback by Vincent's appearance and manners, welcomed his new friend. He invited Vincent inside his humble burrow and offered him some freshly picked berries and grains. Vincent, however, turned up his nose at the simple fare.
Oh, my dear Matt. While this countryside is undoubtedly picturesque, you truly have no idea what you're missing in the city. Let me show you the wonders of urban life.
With that, Vincent opened his bag, revealing an array of exquisite cheeses, nuts, and fine wines. Matt had never seen such delicacies before and was both intrigued and tempted by the spread. He reluctantly agreed to accompany Vincent on a journey to the city. The two mice embarked on an adventure that took them through dense forests, across winding rivers, and eventually to the heart of the bustling city. Matt couldn't help but marvel at the towering buildings, bright neon lights, and city life's constant hustle and bustle. It was a stark contrast to the peaceful village he called home. Vincent introduced Matt to a world of gourmet restaurants, luxurious apartments, and extravagant parties. Matt was captivated by the city's glamour and excitement, but he couldn't shake a feeling of uneasiness. One fateful night, as Matt and Vincent were rummaging through a restaurant's garbage bins for a late-night snack, they suddenly heard a menacing hiss. Turning around, they came face to face with a hungry cat, its eyes gleaming in the darkness. Terrified, Matt and Vincent scampered for their lives, their hearts pounding with fear. They darted through narrow alleyways, raced up drain pipes, and narrowly escaped the cat's clutches by squeezing through a tiny hole. It was a harrowing ordeal. and they were both left panting and shaken. As they caught their breath, Matt and Vincent realized the gravity of the situation. They had narrowly escaped becoming a cat's dinner, and the city's dangers had become all too apparent. Vincent, with newfound humility, turned to Matt and said,
My dear friend, I've shown you the wonders of the city, but I now see the beauty of your village life, and I understand its value. Let's return to your peaceful village.
Matt agreed wholeheartedly, and they journeyed back to the countryside. When they arrived, Matt felt an overwhelming sense of relief and joy. He realized that he was truly content with the simple pleasures of life that his village provided. Vincent, now appreciating the village's charm and safety, decided to stay and embrace the peaceful life. Matt cherished the memories of their journey but was grateful to be back home in his cozy burrow, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the village, where the only luxury he needed was the warmth of friendship and the simple pleasures of life, far away from the hungry cat that had reminded them of the importance of home. The Ducks' Little Backyard Adventure. In the little town of Ducksville, there lived two adorable ducks named Sweetie and Cutie. Sweetie was a magnificent mallard with vibrant feathers that shimmered in the sunlight, while Cutie, despite a physical difference, was just as lovable and endearing with soft, downy plumage. One extraordinary thing about Cutie was that it had only one leg. It didn't stop Cutie from living life to the fullest, though. It made her even more special and resilient. Cutie hopped around with grace, using her strong wings to maintain balance and navigate their world. Sweetie and Cutie shared an incredible bond, and their favorite pastime was visiting people's backyards in town. They loved to explore the beautifully manicured lawns, carefully tended gardens, and the occasional pond. These excursions brought joy to both the ducks and the people who caught glimpses of them. One day, as they hopped into a backyard adorned with vibrant flowers and a charming little pond, Sweetie and Cutie caught sight of a kind-hearted girl named Zoe. She had been watching them from her kitchen window with wide eyes, captivated by their unique friendship and Cutie's unbeatable spirit. Sweetie and Cutie spent hours splashing and playing in the pond, while Zoe watched with a radiant smile. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Sweetie and Cutie's backyard adventures continued, expanding beyond the town and into neighboring communities. Their story touched hearts far and wide, reminding people that kindness and compassion could create a world where everyone felt valued and included. Sweetie and Cutie's legacy lived on, celebrated in the memories of those who had the privilege of witnessing their remarkable friendship. And in every backyard they visited, a little piece of joy, inspiration, and understanding is felt, fostering a deeper connection between humans and the natural world. Norm the Wiggly Worm. In a lush and colorful garden, there lived a tiny but determined worm named Norm. Norm had a dream. He wanted to make the garden the most fertile and beautiful place it could be. Every day, he tirelessly worked, wriggling through the soil, aerating it, and enriching it with nutrients. With his endless enthusiasm and hard work, Norm soon became the garden's unsung hero. The flowers bloomed more vibrantly, the vegetables grew larger, and the fruits became juicier, all thanks to Norm's efforts. The other garden creatures admired and respected him, realizing that the garden's beauty and abundance were partly because of his selfless contributions. One sunny morning, as Norm was busily tending to the soil, a hungry bird spotted him from above. It had been eyeing the garden for a while, hoping for a tasty snack, and now saw the plump and juicy worm as a perfect treat. The bird swiftly swooped down, with its sharp beak ready to snatch Norm away. As Norm saw the shadow of the bird looming over him, he was terrified. With all his strength, he quickly dug deeper into the ground, trying to hide under the soil. The bird's sharp beak missed him by a mere inch. He stayed under and waited for the bird to give up. It took a while before the bird flew away. As the garden thrived, the creatures of the garden began to understand how important Norm's job was in making the garden thrive. They admired Norm's courage and hard work in making the garden fertile so every creature can have plenty of food to eat. Whenever the bird or other predators ventured near the garden, the other creatures would alarm everyone to ensure their safety. Every creature in the garden was happy and delighted to see Norm and his worm friends working tirelessly in the garden every day. They knew that the garden will bloom with beautiful and colorful flowers and delicious vegetables for everyone to enjoy. And so, the garden flourished, not just with vibrant colors and delicious produce, but also with the lesson that hard work, unity, and determination could overcome any obstacle. Please subscribe to our channel, Storytelling Adventures for Kids, for more videos. Twinkle the little star found a friend. Once upon a time, in the vast expanse of the night sky, there was a little star named Twinkle. She shone brightly but had lost her twinkle because she felt lonely. While the other stars had their companions, Twinkle was all alone in her corner of the universe, with no friends to play with or share her light. Every night, she looked down upon the earth and saw children laughing and playing together. They had friends to share their joys and sorrows, but Twinkle longed for that kind of connection. She wanted someone to talk to, someone to twinkle alongside, and someone who would make her feel special. One clear night, as Twinkle was gazing wistfully at the earth, a dazzling comet named Halley streaked across the sky. Halley was a lively and adventurous comet, always traveling from one part of the cosmos to another, leaving trails of stardust in her wake. She saw Twinkle's faint glow and decided to investigate. As Halley approached Twinkle, she noticed the little star's lack of twinkle and could sense her loneliness. Halley's heart filled with compassion. She spoke to Twinkle and asked why she looked sad. Twinkle looked up in surprise, never expecting a comet to talk to her. She told the comet that she has no friends to play with. Halley smiled warmly. "Well, now you do. I'll be your friend and twinkle right beside you. We can explore the universe together, and I promise you'll never feel lonely again." Twinkle's spark began to return as she felt the warmth of Halley's friendship. As they spent time together, they shared stories about their experiences and dreams. Halley showed Twinkle how to perform beautiful dances across the night sky, and in return, Twinkle taught Halley the art of twinkling to create dazzling displays. Their friendship became an inspiration to all of the universe. Soon, more stars joined them, and Twinkle found herself surrounded by a group of friends, each adding their unique twinkle to the spectacle. They all twinkled, danced, and played together. The constellations above beamed with joy as they witnessed the magic of genuine friendship between a little star and a wandering comet. With her twinkle restored, Twinkle's light reached the earth, where children marveled at the newfound brilliance in the night sky. They would look up, pointing out the sparkling constellations, and made wishes upon the brightest stars. The little star who had once lost her twinkle now shone brighter than ever, not only because of the friendship she had found, but also because she had learned the true magic of kindness and love. They twinkled and danced together, illuminating the cosmos and the hearts of all who looked upon them.